Hey guys, what's good? How y'all doing? It's the Weirdable here. I'm back. I know I said that quite a few times, but I am definitely back. I guess I should say sorry for not uploading anything for like a month, but it was a crazy summer, and then after that life just kind of got in the way. But yeah, I'd like to think that I am actually kind of back now. I'm going to do at least one video a week, if not two. But as you guys all can probably relate to, life gets in the way quite a bit with everything. So bear with me, I'm doing as many videos as I can. But yeah, this is Rainbow Six Siege, and this is the closed beta, and I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay. So the basis of this video is basically going to be a review of the game, but a pretty loose review. I mean, and if anything, it's going to be very honest. I feel like there's a lot of reviews out there at the moment that aren't maybe that honest about the game, or you know, people are getting kind of sponsored or paid to sort of do these reviews that aren't necessarily actually what they think, you know, what they think about the game. But anyway, back to this video. I kind of wanted to start off by thinking back to the kind of first Rainbow Six game that I played, and kind of maybe how it relates to this. And the first Rainbow Six game that I played, I guess you could say played properly. I mean, I did play one of the original, the very first original one on PS1. At least I'm pretty sure it was on PlayStation 1, unless it might have been on PC. Not sure on that one. Either way, I remember it quite well, and I remember it being hard as fuck. And to be honest, nothing's changed on Vegas, because it's still quite a hard game. It's quite a technically skilled game. And but the Vegas game that I remember the most out of all of them is the Vegas series. So obviously you had Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. I both equally loved those games. But this game has definitely taken a different direction. You know, the gameplay is completely different, and the objective is completely different. I know on Vegas you had quite a few different game modes, and I think one of them was, well, I know for a fact one of them was actually rescuing hostages. I can't remember if one of them was defusing bombs or not. May well have been, but basically, well, it seems like they've taken those game modes and literally just made it into a game based around those game modes. Rescuing hostages, which we haven't actually seen on the beta. It's just been either there's one bomb you have to locate, or there's two bombs on the map. Which, when I first heard about, you know, this game is going to be based around those kind of game modes, I kind of thought to myself, I was like, you know, is this going to add enough gameplay value to it? Is this going to have enough substance to it, you know? Because so many other multiplayer, and this is just a multiplayer game only. And if you think of your Call of Duties, or think back to the Vegas games, they had loads of different game types and game variants that you could play, but this literally only has 3 maybe. And I haven't talked about Terrorist Hunt yet, but I will talk about that. But you know, oh boy, have I been surprised. Even though this only has 3 game modes so far, I'm saying 3 because this is what I know at this moment playing this beta. There could be more, I don't know. But at the moment, I've been blown away by how great it is, really. You know, even though there's 3 game modes, each map has, I think it's at least 4 locations where you can put the bomb and like spawn in and things like that. So already you've got so many different options to go with on one map, and that adds so much great value to it, because there's so much stuff that can happen and so many different things that can happen in each level. You don't know how it's going to go each time. That's what makes it really, really exciting and kind of nerve-wracking, like most of the time, because you have no idea where these people are coming from. So I've said I think the game is great. You know, at this moment in time of playing the beta, I think it's a really stand-up game. I think it's great. However, I think its potential downfall is, you know, I think you could get bored of it pretty quickly. I think that the only way they're going to make this game last a long time, is to keep bringing out maps. Keep bringing out maps, keep adding different variants to the maps, things like that, just to keep it fresh, you know, because there's only so many times you can blow up a door, blow up the window, because, you know, first time you play the game, you know, oh my god, it's so fucking cool. You know, putting on a breach charge, blowing through the wall, and shooting the bad guys in the face. But you can only do that so many times. Now, if you hadn't already guessed, this is Terrorist Hunt, and I'm so glad they brought it back over from Vegas. You know, I used to play Terrorist Hunt on Vegas for ages. You know, it was pretty much a game in itself, and again, it's a great game to play. It's so fun. You know, I mean, I'm playing here with my buddy, and hours of entertainment. We've put it on realistic as well, so you know it's not too easy. And I can tell you now, it's a challenge. It really is, because for some reason, well, this is one thing I'm still trying to decide. They've got these. You may have just seen it then. I shot the guy with sort of like the hazmat suit on. I'm not really sure if they're a class that you can unlock in the normal multiplayer mode, or it's just something they've added for Terrorist Hunt. Because what they do is they're kind of like kamikaze bombers. They kind of run at you and then blow up. So there's this second before they run at you where you can shoot them in the face, or if they do run at you, you basically just run away and they'll blow up. And all the other enemies are basically the other classes of the defense side. Which is one thing I kind of hope they change, is that you can choose which one to have. And I know it does make sense, I guess, obviously if you're attacking and you want to have breach charges and things, but you know, considering it's Terrorist Hunt, I kind of wish that they'd made it so you could just use any class regardless of its defense or attack. What's really great about Terrorist Hunt is the fact that any points that you accumulate will carry across onto normal online, so you can spend the points that you get on the guns and stuff and play the normal siege mode, which is great because everything's just connected up, and the amount of effort that doing some of these terrorist hunts take, you should be rewarded. And I think it's really, really good that they've implemented that into the game. I think it's great. What I'm hoping when the full game comes out is that there's this kind of community that is created of people just trying to clear levels as fast as possible on Terrorist Hunt. Like myself, I can see myself doing this because I really enjoy this game mode, even more so than the Siege game mode, which some of you may think is really strange, but until you've actually played it, you won't realise what it's like. But to be honest though, if you did play on Vegas on the Terrorist Hunt, it's pretty much the same. It's just really addicting, and I can't wait to get stuck into the other maps and just try and set good times. I know I'm kind of jumping about a bit on this, in quotation marks, review of this game, but I know some of you probably will wonder, and I would definitely wonder if I hadn't played the game, what the aiming and shooting's like and movement. Well, for a start, if you've been playing Call of Duty or even Battlefield, which I consider to be quite slow, you will find this ridiculously slow. Like, just ridiculously slow. It's like you're not even, well, I can't really explain it, you'd have to play it to see what I mean, but in the game it looks fairly normal, but I think that's because it's so close quarters that it seems a lot faster than it is. If you moved at the speed of Call of Duty, it would be crazy. But to be honest, you get used to the aiming and the movement really quickly, and you soon learn that you can't sprint about anyway. You're always going to be cautious on this game because you die in pretty much 2 hits, you know, maybe 3. Probably it is basically 2 one-shot headshot. So you're moving around constantly, being cautious. You're watching your corners. So sprinting is the last thing you worry about. And also sprinting on this game really doesn't make you go that much faster. So there's no real point, to be honest. And I would describe the aiming as very gritty and kind of realistic. Like when you aim down the sights, it's very clunky and slow and sort of uncomfortable to use. But again, you get used to it. And because it is so realistic and clunky, I find myself, you know, giving myself a pat on the back every time I get a kill, because it's such an achievement, the fact that the gun is so awkward to look down, and when you fire, it goes everywhere, so, you know, most of the time. So it's a real achievement if you do get a kill. And because you don't get that many, well, in the normal game mode, it's 5v5. I think it's 5v5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5v5. You'd really think I'd check on these things before I made a video, but hey. You know, so getting like 1 kill or even 2 kills is really good. So, to summarise on my brilliant review of this game, I think it's fucking great, to be honest. It really is fucking great. The only thing I'm going to wait for, and I'm interested to see, is how many maps are going to launch with the game. And if it's not that many, I'm going to think about it twice. But if they say, yeah, it's coming with like 10 or 15 maps, then yeah, I'm in 100%. But yeah, and also hopefully more people will get better at the game, so when you're actually playing online against other teams, they're actually teams and they're communicating, and they put up a bit of a fight and a challenge, because that's where this game excels, is if you're playing a really, really good team. But yeah, if you've managed to watch this video for this long, thank you very much. If you liked it, subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.